G'day, back again for another useless and boring video. I'm a bit worried about filming this because everything I film goes to shit, so I rebuilt a diff for the Red Ute. Didn't film any of it because there's tons of videos and it's only the second one I've ever done, and it's bloody perfect, mate. It came out unreal. Put it in the car yesterday. I'm really happy with it. Anyone who watched the radiator video, I'm gonna go through a couple of things because my fans are sort of only just in there, and same with the air conditioning evaporator in front of the radiator. But I had a look at it the other day. I don't really want to pull the radiator back out because I'm going to lose all the coolant. So as far as I'm concerned, it'll stay like that for a while. But on the evaporator, because it's a thicker radiator, it doesn't really fit properly. But what you do is you take the plastic brackets off, because they mount from the front, and you swing them around to the back of the evaporator and just it's only one bolt that goes through the core. If you can do that, I reckon it'll go on a lot better. And with the fan, you'd have to cut it down because the fans have got the same problem. They can't get close enough to the radiator to actually slide into those those slot things, those brackets. And I reckon you'd have to cut it back a bit, but I just don't want to butcher my original fans. If I can get another set of fans, I'll do it, because the fans are a lot easier to fix than the evaporator. I don't want to pull the radiator out to try and muck around with the evaporator. So anyway, that's just a bit of an update. Today, believe it or not, we are going to change spark plugs in the red VY Ute because they haven't been done for a long time. There's nothing wrong with them. The car's still running fine. I know, you're saying, why are you doing it? Well, I do it for you people. That's why I do it, because I'm just that kind of person. And as you know, if you watch my videos, I don't hide anything. If I totally stuff it up or I snap a spark plug, I could edit it out and I could save myself from getting all the, well, I don't get a lot of negative comments, but there's always people who know a lot more than me, which is true. I'm not denying that. But, like I said before, I could edit that out and I could look a lot better than what I actually do on the videos. But I don't mean physically. Oh, well, I could, I suppose. But anyway, bit of lipstick. I don't, because I want you to see the things that go wrong. And a lot of the stuff that I video, sometimes it's the first time I've done it. Other times, yes, I have done it before, but I forgot what I did because I do that many bloody jobs on the 4 cars that I've got. And I'm an old man and I've forgotten where I live anyway, so doesn't matter. I'm happy now because I just forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, this is what we're doing. So I've had these for a while. I got them from a swap meet, and they are brand new, second-hand, yellow faded packet, new old stock, leftover from the Bathurst race car. No, they're just ones I got from the swap meet, but they are new. Believe it or not, the yellow packaging is just to keep the sun out. It's like a window tint. So I know this is a very basic job, and 99.9999% of you have done it, but these videos are for people who have never done it. So from what my extensive research of about 39.3 seconds, the gap is 1.5 mil. So I've gone on the furler gauge. There's a 1 mil furler gauge. There's a 0.5. So that's all you do. Put them together. Bingo bango. Bob's your uncle. Automatic gap. So I'll go through and I'll gap all these. I'll show you what to do in case you've never done it, and it's going to look really stupid to the blokes who have done a lot of it, and you're going to go, what are you showing me that for? Well, I will demonstrate. So the experienced blokes don't need to know this, and they probably do it a lot different and a lot better. So having said that, you know, I'm not going to say anymore. Anyway, there's your gap. So with the two, see, that's not even 1.5. It's close. So I just sort of pry it apart because the feeler gauges are pretty thick, and that's it. You can see there, now I have a 1.5 gap. I hope you can see. So that one gets put to the side, and we're going to do every single one of them, which I'm not going to film, but I'll just show you again. This is like a cooking show. See? Won't fit. She no go. You need to get the hammer. Righto. So get your gauges together. Nah, that one's nowhere near it. So I'll pry that apart. That's it. If you can see there, gauges in. That's probably a bit too much. So what I do is I just tap it. Yeah, see, I got a bit carried away then. That one's probably a bit too wide. Tap it on something more solid. No. Little bit more. Jesus. I think I did get carried away. See what I mean? It's gone the shit already. Righto. It's got to be tight on the gauge, so that's pretty good. This one, the first one I did, is a bit tighter. I know. About the same. So I'll go through and do these, and then we'll go out to the car. Okay, so I've gapped the plugs. Even if they say pre-gapped or whatever it says on the box, don't trust it. Just get the feeler gauges, 1.5 millimeter. I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. Always check them. Now, you're gonna need, and once again I apologise to the blokes who already know all this stuff, but this is a 5/8 spark plug spanner. It is a spark plug spanner. Well, first I'll tell you why it's 5/8. That's an imperial size because these engines are American. So they are in, a lot of the bolts on them are imperial. A spark plug spanner is one that has a rubber insert so you don't crack the porcelain. And also it holds the plug like that when you get it out. I said like that. No, come on. There. Anyway, you get the idea. Look. See? This one's brand new, so it's really stiff, eh? But we'll go out to the car. Just be careful when you... Don't do what I'm doing. I'm rough as guts. Just be careful when you handle these. Don't bump the electrodes or the ends. Because I've just gapped them, you know. And I'll probably drop them all on the ground and kick them along the floor and go, yeah, that'll be right. Okay. So I'm going to be saying... or telling you some pretty basic things which you may already know, and like I said, this is for beginners. So when you do this job, most people go a bullet a gate, myself included. I have done it, and they rip all the leads off, and then when they've done it they go, oh shit, which way do these go? So an easy way to avoid that, so I'm going to start with a hard one, which is usually that back one, the third one. So what all you got to do, you just do one at a time. So I remove that, and all I'm going to do is pull that plug out and put one of these little babies in there. Alright, that's all that you do. So I'm going to try and set you up, and I really do hope you can see. I don't know, I can't really see good enough through this thing to see if you can, but I'm doing that rear plug. So that's on tighten. Hey, look at these gloves. I hate putting these on because you rip them straight away and you get covered in shit anyway. So this one, Yeah, I might have given you a bump steer here because, hang on, I'm going to make sure it's definitely the right size. Yeah, like I said, this one is really stiff. This one, it's new. Look at that. I'm going to take them off. This is useless. I might get another one that because they're really tight to get in there. I'll be back. Righto, so I've switched over to the 3/8 drive and a small extension, so let's try that. Look at this, I've cut myself already because the this bloody ratchet won't work. That's better. That's better. The main reason I cut myself all the time is because of this bloody exhaust wrap I got on. I've got these bloody stainless steel things sticking up, and you think I would do something about it, but I don't sort of work in here that much around the exhaust, so okay. So I'm going to pull that away, wipe the blood. These are only old work clothes, so at least I hope they are. These plugs have been in here for about 9 years at least. I put them in years ago when I first got this. They're not too bad. So, like I said, the car was running alright. So this is just because these are sitting in the cupboard, and I thought the other day this might be helpful to someone who's never done it, you know. They can watch how I do it and then do it the opposite way, and then they'll be right. So I put the plug into the socket and I'm just screwing it in finger tight. This bloody thing I've got to make sure I switch over, it's very tight. You put that in, put your ratchet in. Don't reef the guts out of them. There are washers at the bottom, like compression washers at the bottom of your plug. Actually, now that I said that, I can't see any on there. I'm still thinking old car. When you just sort of tighten them up, they don't have to be mega, you know. So the plug is in. A spark plug spanner or socket is that good at holding the plug that I can't get it off. There you go. You just wriggle it. Make sure the rubber hasn't stayed on the plug. And that one's in. So now, like I said, if you don't want to get confused, which like me, I get confused very easily. So that one's done, so you put the plug lead back on. That one's done. Straight away, pull that one off so you know that's the one you're up to. So I'm going to go through and do the other 5. And we'll come back at the end when I'm ready to fire it up, and then that'll be it. Okay. Plugs are changed. I did it the way I said, one lead off at a time, so you know which one you're doing. Especially if you get called away, you know, and you've pulled them all off, and then you go, oh shit, which one was I up to? Anyway, that never happens to me, so I'm only saying that for your benefit. They're the old plugs.
if you want to go and diagnose your engine, you know, you can look up how they're burning, blah blah blah. They all look pretty good to me. I can't see any dramas. Like I said, that's 9 years, so about time they got changed. So I've got the old Bosch Racing in there now. So okay, I am going to leave you there because no bullshit. Now you've got to believe me, I haven't started this car. This is like stone cold. Hasn't run at all today. So let's see. That sounds pretty good, eh? I reckon, I mean, you know, when you work on cars for long enough, I can hear at least another 10 kilowatts there, easy. I've got a bit of a squeaky pulley there, but that's only so I know the engine's running. So, there's the radiator and all that the other day, but it all looks alright. You can see there, you'd have to cut the top off, probably cut the sides of your fans down, but if you're going to do this, the radiator itself, which I'll put a link to in the radiator video, it's alright. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's a wider core and I had trouble getting things to fit. But you can buy aftermarket fans which will fit straight onto this, and they're actually cheaper than trying to buy original ones online. The receiver dryer, I won't go too much into it, but it's all, I mean, it's okay. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So anyway, please like, share and subscribe. Please comment, leave me some comments. I know it's a pretty simple job, but as I said, mainly for the beginners and me. Like I said, I forget shit. Anyway, please subscribe. I need the money, man. I'm retired. You know, the way Trump's going. You know what I've been eating for the last week? Boiled newspaper, mate. That's all I can afford. Anyway, that's my problem. Like, share and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Please stay well. Bye.